by Matt Snyder, Dayn Perry Anderson 28 ago 7 minutes read. Though Wednesday is a seemingly annoying day for those in normal weekday jobs, in the baseball world it's a veritable fan paradise. Every team is in action, and said action is spread throughout, running from 1:05 p.m. Eastern Time through a night game out west. Let's get to it. Wednesday's scores: Nationals 11, Rays 2, box score, Orioles 1, Mets 0, box score, Indians 3, Brewers 1, box score, Padres 3, Braves 1, box score, Giants 5, Diamondbacks 4 and 10, box score, Pirates 11, Dodgers 9, box score, Yankees 3, Blue Jays 0 in 13 innings, box score, Rockies 6, Reds 3, box score, Red Sox 7, Tigers 1, box score, Rangers 8, Athletics 2, box score, Cubs 7, Phillies 5, box score, Astros 7, Mariners 5, box score, White Sox 5, Twins 2, box score, Marlins 11, Cardinals 3, box score, Angels 4, Royals 3, box score, Gray, Power Bats carry Yankees as you see above. The Yankees on Wednesday night notched their 40th win of the season in extras over Toronto. Doing the heavy lifting was Sonny Gray. Gray's hardly been a bastion of consistency since becoming a Yank, but he certainly had it going in Toronto on this night. Here's a sampling of his work. Hittin' ain't easy, folks. On the offensive side of things, the Yankees broke the stalemate in the top of the 13th thanks to Aaron Judge. Fox Sports, MLB, at MLB on Fox, June 7, 2018. That's Judge's 17th homer of the season, and he hasn't missed a beat in his sophomore campaign. Soon thereafter, Giancarlo Stanton crafted the hardest hit homer of 2018. Woof. That blast gives the Yankees 98 home runs on the season, and that total leads the majors. Cubs stunned Phil Sott, 1 point in the 9th inning. The Cubs had a mere 6.6% chance of beating the Phillies, whom they trailed 5-3 going into the bottom of the 9th. The Phillies had played at a pair in the top of the 9th, so to whatever extent momentum exists in baseball, hint, to no meaningful extent, the visitors had it. Well, the Cubs loaded the bases in the 9th. Jason Hayward, he of the notable struggles at the plate since becoming a Cub, came to the plate with 2 outs. Let's pick up with the 2-2 pitch from Adam Morgan. Yep, that's a walk-off grand slam. It's also a most unlikely walk-off grand slam. Lol, completely unreal. Morgan hadn't given up an extra base hit to a lefty all season. Hayward hadn't hit one off a lefty all season. Cubs had no walk-offs to this point in the season. A good punch loss turns into a celebration at Wrigley. Sahadev Sharma, at Sahadev Sharma, June 7, 2018. Given that the rival Brewers and Cardinals both lost on Wednesday, that was indeed a huge blow struck by Hayward. Angels win but lose Ohtani to blisters. The Halos edged the Royals on Wednesday night for their 4th win in a row. Justin Upton and E. Kinsler each homered. The bad news, though, is that right-hander Shohei Ohtani was forced to leave because of what turned out to be blister issues. On the upside, Ohtani has dealt with blister issues before this season. On April 17, he was forced out early from his start against the Red Sox, but he was able to make his next scheduled start. On Wednesday night, Ohtani walked 3 in 4 innings and spotted just 33 of his 63 pitches for strikes, but struck out 4 and allowed only 1 run. On the season, Ohtani on the mound has a 3.10 ERA after 9 starts. Astros flip switch with big 7th inning. The Mariners came into this one with a 5-game win streak, while host Houston had a modest 3-game losing streak. Going into the bottom of the 7th, the Astros trailed by a run, and thus were in danger of perpetuating those trends. The champs, though, broke through for 4 runs, which provided the margin you see above. This means the Astros have now reduced Seattle's lead in the AL West to a single game. The Sportsline projection model still expects the Astros to win the division by 9 games, but for now the M's are hanging in there. Colon makes history. Rangers right-hander Bartolo Colon, 45, certainly wasn't dominant on Wednesday night against Oakland. 2 runs on 6 hits in 5 innings of work, but he did enough to get the win. As it turns out, getting the win occasioned some history for Colon. Colon isn't the pitcher Marichal was, but that's still a pretty nifty accomplishment. How did things go for the Cardinals? Here's how things went for the Cardinals. Giorgio became the first Redbird position player to pitch in a game since Ruben Tejada on May 20, 2016. Anyhow, the Marlins throttled the Cardinals thanks in large measure to Starlin Castro, Derek Dietrich, JT Realmuto, and Lewis Brinson, who combined for 14 hits on the night. Speaking of Brinson, here he is hitting his second homer of the night. This one's off, Jed Giorgio. Here, watch this. Rockies beat the Reds on Wednesday night in Cincy. Here's pretty much all you need to see from the game in question. To repeat, the Rockies beat the Reds on Wednesday night. Benintendi also doing work for Boston's Red Sox outfielder Andrew Benintendi getting overlooked. No doubt, J.D. Martinez, Mookie Betts, Xander Bogaerts, Chris Sale, and Craig Kimbrell are all having excellent seasons, but so is Benintendi. He was not so long ago one of the top prospects in all of baseball, and last season he turned in a solid rookie campaign. This season, though, he's been even better. He provided some evidence of that stirring claim on Wednesday against the Tigers. Yep, that's number 10 on the season for the 23-year-old outfielder. He also added his 16th double in this season. Was it a good night for Mr. Benintendi? No, people, it was a very good night. Benintendi is now batting .296, .378, .544 for 2018. He's also stolen 10 bases in 11 attempts. Giants steal win. Giants entered Wednesday's rubber match against the Diamondbacks having won 5 of their last 6 games. Make it 6 of their last 7. The Giants seemed certain to lose Wednesday's contest, as they trailed 4-2 with 2 outs in the 9th inning. Yet Allen Hansen homered, tying the game off Brad Boxberger and giving San Francisco new life. They took advantage an inning later, as Andrew McCutchen doubled and Brandon Crawford drove him in with a walk-off single. At 31-31, the Giants are now 1.5 games behind the Diamondbacks in a messy National League West. Every team is within 5 games of the division lead and 4 are within 2. Don't expect anyone to run away with this thing anytime soon. Rays opener flops miserably. For the last several weeks, the Rays have been employing the opener strategy a few times a week. That is, they'll use a relief pitcher as a starter and then, after just 1 or 2 innings, have an actual starter come in as a reliever. Wednesday, Johnny Venters only got 1 out in the first inning, but he did walk 2 and allow 3 hits en route to 5 earned runs. By my calculations, in opener games, the Rays have allowed 12 earned runs in 10 innings pitched. Yes, that's a small sample, but it's a 10.80 era. Sure, Venters' outing Wednesday sways the numbers, but the opener has allowed runs in 5 out of 9 outings. The idea is to get a clean inning or 2 for the faux starter, and that's just not happening on a regular enough basis to justify. Mets misery continues. The Mets are banged up, but they are atrocious right now. This might be rock bottom. After being shut out on Wednesday, they've now scored 1 run in 18 innings against the woeful Orioles. They've now lost 6 in a row. What's worse, since an 11-1 start, the Mets are 16-31. Put another way, since those first 12 games, they've played like a 55-win team. Carrasco rebounds. R.J. makes history. The last few times out hadn't been too kind to Carlos Carrasco. He'd permitted 14 hits, 11 runs, and 3 homers in 9 total innings against the Astros and Twins, inflating his seasonal ERA from 3.65 to 4.50. On Wednesday, Carrasco got back on track by shutting down the Brewers, holding them to a run over 7 innings. Limited the Brew Crew to 8 hits and a walk, all the while striking out 10. Rajai Davis made some history, by the way, becoming the oldest player since Ichiro to record 3 steals in a game, having swept the Brewers. Cleveland will need head-on to Detroit for a 3-game series as part of an ongoing road trip. Quick Hits Live Team Updates, a Twitter list by Dayn Perry. Keep up to date on the latest MLB Power Rankings, written by our experts.